So it's been quite a while since I've had a video with my talking head in it, but since then I've moved to Amsterdam. I'm still very much getting settled, but I'm way more settled than I was a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, every single week ago. Although I had that video from a few weeks ago of me doing some improv and having some text telling you about how it's been, I wanted to get on here and tell you with my words how it's been. So let's get straight to it, just some fun things about Amsterdam. Bikes. Bikes are everywhere. Oh my god, I've never seen so many bikes. Even today, there was a moment where there was a crazy amount of bike traffic. I was trying to cross the street to get to this sandwich spot I really like, and instead it was too busy, it was too crowded. And so I went to a sandwich spot I like 2 doors down from where I was at. What I'm saying is there's a lot of amazing sandwiches and amazing food here. And a lot of bikes. At our old temporary housing place, my wife and I were able to rent some bikes and go on a few trips. We ran into this thing called a Highland Cow. So Highland Cows are basically Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber's haircut, but it's like on a bull cow. In any case, they were amazing to see, and it was like right there that we were seeing them, that we were seeing this gorgeous river, that we were seeing like all this wonderful nature. It's really beautiful here. After being in the famously hot weathered LA for 6 years, it's really nice to get to a place where it's like, oh, is it 55 or 65? I'm still very much waiting for a lot of things of mine that have shipped over to get here, and I'm really excited for my raincoats to get here because I didn't pack those. Big mistake. Although it's not like downpours, it's more like drizzle to heavy drizzles. As far as getting acclimated here, I'm still very much getting like my daily routine or just living routine down. For the first few weeks here, it was like, hey, we gotta find a place to live and we gotta get to know the city real quick to see where we want to get a place to live. Also, feel free to learn Dutch as soon as possible. It is really wonderful that a lot of people also speak English here, but it's one of those weird things where I'm like, I just want to speak it, as well as there's been a lot of people who said, hey, if you want to teach in person, it's better off that you know how to speak it. And with a lot of people still speaking Dutch, obviously, I kind of want to know what's going on. I don't want to be the person who they have to translate everything for. So for a while there, and a little less now, it was like, when do we check out the city? When do we learn Dutch? When do I film? When do I practice? When do I do anything? Don't forget you need to go to like these 85 government buildings to like get a service number, get a whatever. Basically, I'm just letting you know in case I miss another video, it's just because I'm still getting things a little bit sorted. Speaking of learning Dutch, it is not the simplest thing being an English speaker. My favorite one for a few weeks was the translation of "Are we going shopping?" "Are we going shopping" translates to, and excuse my pronunciation, to "Gaan we boodschappen doen," which directly translates back to English as "Go we shopping do?" But it's fun to keep at it, and it's fun to have it start making a lot more sense to me. A lot of people have said, like, why even bother learning Dutch if everyone speaks English? I mean, well, I don't really love being in situations where I'm like, what did you say? What? Oh yes, it is warm in here. Like, I just want to know what they're saying. What's been interesting here musically is everyone I've spoken to in many different lines of musical work has been like, hey, it's going to go ahead and take you a long time to get into the scene. Not to be discouraging necessarily, but just to go, hey, here's a realistic expectation. So it was one of those things I was thinking about. I've been to a few venues and it's like, if I am going to take a while to get into a scene, do I want to go back into like cover gigs? Or do I want to take this time to like kind of explore the scene? There are a lot of other gigs here. There seems to be a lot of different ways to make a living playing music here. So do I really want to go back to that kind of stuff? I don't know. I played way more original music when I was in New York than when I was in LA, and honestly, I miss that a lot. I know one of my musical goals for sure is to come out with a nice little solo album. Over the past year and change, I've really enjoyed trying to grow that part of my playing. It's been a long while since I've followed inspiration like that, and honestly, I think it's about time. So if that means focusing more on videos and remote teaching as well as creating, then cool. By the way, if you'd like some lessons, by all means, please reach out. Links below in the description. But yet again, I'm still getting everything sorted. Like, do I even film these videos during the day or at night? Like, all this, like, white door, white wall, everything like that with a completely dark background, it looks a little odd. During the day, I don't know. I'm still getting things staged. That being said, I finally have a desk, and it finally sort of looks like one I would work on. Another funny thing about filming is I'm curious about how sound is going to be, because so far there's been a lot of trucks driving by delivering things, and there's a church over there that has bells that go off every 15 minutes. Also about that church, at night it has an orange glowing face at the very top. So from here it's just pitch black and then kind of a spooky looking church with like some Halloween kind of thing. It took me a while to go like, oh wait, Halloween's not a thing here, and orange is just like the color of Amsterdam. Never mind, it's not scary. Anyway, as I think of more things to share with you, I absolutely will. I'm having a lot of fun despite it being like kind of a crazy thing to move across the planet, and I'm really excited to see what comes next. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all next week.